Hi, I'm Kandra. Welcome back. I'm glad you're here today to join me for some yoga. Argus is sitting with us, and Cersei may join us a little bit here and there. But we're here today to share a flow with you at the request of a friend. She has an issue with her hip right now, and external rotation or parallel movements are not her friends. So we're going to keep our hips pointing straight ahead and maybe a little internal rotation and still have a great class. So come and join me in Hero's Pose. I am a fan of blankets because I don't like my bony knees touching the mat. So sitting up nice and tall, think of aiming your tailbone toward the mat. We're not rounding, but just aiming it down a little. Tall spine. And close your eyes if you would like to. It is not necessary. Think of those ribs getting right over the hips so we can have the best, most advantageous pose for breathing. All right, so feel your breath entering into your lungs and your belly. As it exhales, you let go of anything that isn't right in front of you at this moment. Again, feel your belly and your lungs filling with air. And exhale, and everything contracts in. One more. Hands to prayer, pushing them together, creating that circuit of energy as you feel your breath down in your toes. And then coming back up through your body. Take a moment to appreciate that you're here on your mat, that you're doing something beautiful for yourself today. And keep that in mind throughout the entire practice, that this is you honoring yourself. All right. So taking your hands out of prayer, let's work on a nice seated cat-cow. So inhale, belly, chest comes forward, head goes back. Exhale, round through the low back, ripple it up all the way through the upper back. Again, inhale, arching, opening up that chest to the sky. Exhale, again, ripple through, vertebra by vertebra, rounding it down. One more, inhale it up. And exhale, take it back. So taking the left arm up, over to the side as you exhale. Right hand is on the mat. You're creating a long side body. On your next breath in, back to center, arms in what I call raindrop arms, my palms to the sky like you're catching rain. And then taking it to your left. Find that breath. Breathe it in back to center. This time hands come behind you. Just open the chest, open the neck, and keeping the back of the neck from crunching. And then round, 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 round. As you come forward, hands come to the mat in an all fours position. Breathe in with that long, long spine, crown of the head pulling away from the tailbone. So find the space between your vertebrae here as you push up and out of your shoulders. And breathe. And the next time you inhale, right hand comes out, left leg comes out. As you're holding in a bird dog position, flex through the foot. Nice wide fingers. And as you breathe out, take it back to the mat. This time, other side, left hand, right leg. Again, flexing, pushing through the heel. And exhale back to the mat. This time, taking it out. And then thinking of elbow to knee coming in, watching that long body. And take it out again. One more, elbow to knee. Out it goes. And down. Good job, other side. Breathe in. Arm and leg at the same time. This time, exhale. Elbow to knee. Pushing through the heel. You're going to want to point your foot here. I do every time. I try to focus on that flex. Okay. Here we go. Push through the heel. Hand comes out. And take it down to the mat. Breathe in, taking your knees a little wider. Right arm to the sky. As you inhale, exhale, thread the needle, right? Thread it through. Taking it down one more. Inhale it up. There you go. Long body, exhale. This time, let the shoulder come all the way down. It's the side of your head, your shoulder, maybe touching the mat, your long, beautiful spine. And then pushing through that grounding arm. Take your right arm to the mat as the left arm comes up. And exhale. Take it through. Thread the needle. And again, breathe it in. Exhale. Feed it through. This time, take the shoulder and the head to the mat. Finding where you need a little extra something in your body, little attention. And then the next time you breathe in, come back to the all fours position. This time, curl the toes under for a nice hover. So the knees are just lifting off the mat. And like me, I was starting to already go back to down dog, but really want to keep my shoulders over my wrists. And now you can start taking the hips back just a little. So you feel some nice stretch through the feet. A lot of work in the thighs. Breathe in here. And your next exhale. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. Cross your left leg under your right. Both knees come to the mat. Spread the feet wide. Come up. Inhale. Right here, find a nice stretch here. And your legs hugging together. On your exhale, take your hands to the mat. Bring your feet close together. Lift the hips. Your legs are crossed, so reset your feet. And here we go. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Cross it in front of your left. Knee stacks behind knee. Feet are taken wide. Sitting back into a nice seat. Arms straight to the sky. Legs hugging in. Happy position. Exhale, take your hands back to the mat. Uncross the toes. You are now in tabletop position. This time pushing the hips back. The downward facing dog. Seeing if there's any release in your muscles. If your feet come a little closer to the ground. And then your next inhale. Come out to plank position. So pushing through the shoulders, right? Making sure those arms are nice and straight. Fingers, middle finger pointing straight ahead. Core and quads really engaged here. And feel that energy moving through your body. And walk yourself to the front of your mat. Hanging in forward fold. Holding opposite elbows, letting everything relax down. Legs do not need to be straight here. Let the head hang heavy. And then breathe in. Palms to shins or palms to thighs. As you reach your tabletop half lift right here, think of how flat you can make your back by pulling the crown of your head and your tailbone in opposite directions, just like we did in tabletop all fours on the mat. Next time you exhale, take it down low, bend the knees, sweep the arms out and up. And as you inhale, come all the way up, hands making it to prayer position. Fix your leggings if you need to. There we go. Breathe in, arms sweep out, up and over. Make sure you can see your hands when you come down again. Hands come to the mat. Step your right foot back into a runner's lunge. So here we are, really thinking of the quad, engaging. Next time we breathe in, lifting that left arm to the sky, opening up for the twist. Now watch that left hip. It's going to want to do a little of this. So try to keep those inner thighs moving toward each other, really making sure that back quad is engaged so you're not sinking into your joints, okay? Now exhale, hand comes to the mat and drop the back knee. Breathe in, arms come up for low lunge. Inhale, bring it forward. And now here we are coming back. Now take the hips forward, really stretching through that hip flexor. Knee may come out in front of the ankle, that's okay. And then straighten through the front leg, flex the foot. And then next time you exhale, arms come from the outside together, meeting in the air above your foot, or your hands could be on the ground here. Breathe in here, and on the exhale, take it back. Breath in here, exhale, coming forward. Breathe in, and exhale, coming back. And take both hands to the mat again, this time coming to your plank position. And then drop the knees, lower the elbows, kissing the ribs all the way to the mat. And once you're down, breathe in, hands under shoulders, chest, and head come up off the mat. Gaze is still down, feeling some action in the back as we keep those shoulder blades pulling together. And exhale it down. And push back up to your downward facing dog. And then walk yourself to the front of the mat. Again, into a forward fold. And the next time you breathe in, palms to shins, palms to thighs, long, beautiful half lift. Feel that space. And as you exhale, bend the knees deeply, arms come out, up and over, and back to heart center. All right, beautiful. Again, arms out and over. Take a look at your hands. Keep them in your view when you're coming down. And this time, taking your left leg back into a runner's lunge. And you can be on fingertips here, or you can be on blocks or flat on your palms, whichever works for you. I'm a little different side to side, like most of us are, so I'm fingertipping it here. Next time you breathe in, open your right arm to the sky, your chest to your side wall. And again, think of that right hip moving in. Hug the inner thighs together. So you're really engaging here. You're not just resting. And then exhale. Take your palm to the mat. Drop the back knee. As we come up to low lunge. You can take your knee past your ankle again here. Find that beautiful hip flexor stretch. And exhale. Bring it all back to center. This time, take your arms out to the sides. Tall body. As you inhale, straighten the front leg. Flex that foot. Exhale. Coming down over. Beautiful. Breathe in here. And on your exhale, foot plants, arms open wide like wings. And breathe in here. And then exhale. Again, take it down. Hands can be on the mat for support, whatever feels better on your hamstring. Inhale. Again, opening like wings to the back with your arms. Beautiful open body. And then take your hands to the mat, stepping back into plank position. So here you can move through your vinyasa, knees, chest, all the way down to your baby cobra, or through a chaturanga. So I'm going to go knees to chest, inhale up for baby cobra. Find those shoulder blades on your back. And you exhale, take the head down. Curl the toes under and hover. So your knees are just a few inches off the floor. And if this doesn't work for you, go ahead and take one down at a time. Now move back toward your down dog, but keep the knees bending, bending, bending. So it's as if you're in down dog with very, very bent knees and you're really low to the ground. Finding all those muscles engaging in your thighs. And then straighten them up. Readjust if you need to for your downward facing dog. Beautiful. Good job. And inhale, left leg's up to the sky. Exhale, step it through between your hands. Make sure you're on railroad tracks, not on a tightrope with your feet. Breathe in. Exhale. And you're at the top of your high lunge with really wide fingertips. And if straight arms here don't work for you, beach ball arms, goalpost arms, whatever feels best on your shoulders is where you need to be. Engage through that back quad. Press that entire front foot into the mat. And the hands can come together as we exhale back for a crescent lunge. Nice back bend. And keeping the back bend, but letting the arms come down all the way to your sides. Breathe in, long spine, exhale. Take the torso, rest above the thigh. We have our airplane arms in the back, but fingertips spread very wide. Again, inner thighs are moving toward each other here. Now, if you want to straighten a little bit in the front leg, just a little, and exhale, take it back to the lunge. And straighten a little. This time, torso comes up. You go down into your lunge here. Step forward to our one-legged Tadasana. So breathe in. And whoa, foot may come down like mine. Or you might end up bringing it all the way back up. For your one-legged Tadasana, plant that big toe mound into your mat. Level your hips. Hands come to heart center. Cross the front leg over. In eagle legs, but we do have prayer arms here. So sitting back. And let the arms come back again to airplane arm, fingertips wide. And take it all the way back up. One-legged Tadasana. Flexing through that foot, pushing through the standing leg. And exhale, taking it down. Beautiful, good job. Inhale up. This time sit yourself back into your chair. Then we can have really wide arms here. We're looking to not let the core go forward, right? Keeping everything in line. Take our hands to prayer here. See how low you can sit in your seat. Breathe, keeping the shoulders soft, the back very long. Inhale up. Good job. Exhale. Into your forward fold. Some action on the deck. Here we go. Breathe in, long back. Exhale, down to plank. There we go. Find a beautiful plank. This time, dropping your right knee to the ground, opening up just a little bit for a side plank. So we're not going to we're only opening this a little. We're not going to go all the way for a full side plank. We're just going to give our arms a little work and work a little bit on that core. So exhale, drop the leg, or the other hand, excuse me. Switch knees. Again, you're just opening a little. Seeing if that works for your body. And if your hips are feeling great, go ahead and go into full side plank right there. So we're going to just start right here and work our way to other things. Back to all fours, pushing back to downward facing dog. All right. I think we need to do the other side over here. So inhale. Ooh, right leg to the sky. Exhale. Step it through. Find your railroad track legs. The next time you breathe in, start rising. Your exhale, you'll be at the top of that lunge. Let's come back to our crescent all the way. And then let those arms fall to the back. Airplane arms. And this time, exhale, keeping the arms back, torso toward the thigh. Think of your back here being a tabletop and engage through that back quad, finding a lot of strength and stability here, pushing your feet into the mat. As you breathe in, straighten your leg a little. Exhale, back to the lunge. Inhale, straighten the leg a little. Exhale, back to the lunge. This time, hands coming to prayer. Bending through the back leg, we're going to move again to one-legged Tadasana. Here we go. Breathe in, here we go. Inhale. Yes, one-legged Tadasana. There we are, holding that leg high. If it works for you right here, keep it right here. What we're looking at is balance, not really the height of the leg. So there we go. Finding our entire foot on the mat, pushing it away, flexing through the bent leg. And take your hands now to prayer. Exhale. And then left leg crosses over right. As we have eagle legs, prayer arms, and then we sit ourselves back. Let me see if I can look at you and not fall over at the same time. It's hard today. All right, there we go, in a beautiful eagle seat. This time, breathe in, come all the way up, back to that one-legged Tadasana. There you go. Find it, find it. Exhale, foot comes to the mat. Good job. Arms come all the way down for Tadasana, palms facing forward. Everything on the front of your body is moving up. Everything on the back is pointing down, right? So find that opposition in your body. Those wide, wide hands. Breathe in, arms come up and overhead. Exhale. Hands coming to the mat, stepping back again into plank position. This time moving into a full side plank. So pivot onto the side of your right foot. Left foot stacks as you open the arm up. If you like to look at your top arm, you can do that. And exhale it back down. Let's try the other side. Again, breathe in, long body. Pivot onto the side of your left foot. Push through your palm. Hips coming up all the way. Side plank. Right, really push out of your shoulder. Exhale it back. And work yourself back to downward facing dog. All right, good job. Pedal through the feet. And here we go again. Inhale, up. Left leg stays up to the sky. Bend the standing leg. As you breathe in, straighten that standing leg. Exhale again, bend the standing leg. Breathe in, straighten it up. One more. Bend the leg. This time with the leg bent, coming over, shoulders over wrist. Bringing the foot through to the runner's lunge. Okay, so taking your time there. This time, hands come a little further on the mat as we move to a standing split. So leg is coming up, hips are staying level. As you can see for me, I do not have a full split here. Wherever you are is perfectly fine. And then come up to your fingertips, bend through your standing leg. Make sure those hips are level. Hands can come off the mat or stay right here for warrior three. If your hamstrings are tight like mine are right now, I keep my leg bent right here. And then as you breathe in the next time, bring it all the way up. Again, one-legged Tadasana. Taking it nice and high. Exhale it down. Good job. Breathe in, inhale it up. Exhale, take the hands to the mat. All the way back to your downward facing dog. As we take the other side, so breathe in right leg to the sky. And there we go. Exhale, bend the standing leg. Inhale, push it up. Exhale, bend the standing leg. Breathe in and push it up. Exhale, bend the standing leg, this time coming forward. So hands are over shoulders like plank with that bent leg. And then sneak your leg through to the runner's lunge. Beautiful. Take your hands a little bit in front of you as you inhale up to standing split. You may notice a difference between your sides, and that's perfectly normal. All right, and as we come to fingertips, leveling the hips, either bending or straightening your standing leg, hands to prayer as we come to warrior three. Now your leg can be straight, parallel with your entire body, or it could be touching the floor. It doesn't matter. Do what works for you today. And then the next time you breathe in, up we go. Bringing that leg through too. Woo. One-legged Tadasana. Leg high. Exhale. Take it to the mat. Good job. Nice balance, right? Here we go. Inhale. Up we go. Exhale. Let's sit back in our chair. All right. Think of those toes going wide and feel like you're squeezing a block between your thighs. So, right, so you're really activating. Hands come all the way to prayer. Inhale. Long body. Exhale. Twist to your left side. So we're not going to round through here. We're going to keep that back long and the neck long too. Now look at your knees. They're doing one of these things. Put them in line with each other. And then breathe in, staying in your chair. All right, taking your hands to prayer. Ooh, here we go. This time long spine as we twist to the right. And your elbow might be on your knee. It might be past your knee. It might be between your knees or not touching anything at all. And that's perfectly fine. Look at your knees and make sure they are creating a straight line above your ankles. Now breathe in, standing all the way up. Open the arms wide. Take a moment to appreciate all of that strength, right? That's a lot. This time, arms come up. Fingertips touch. Exhale. They come behind your back to bend just a little bit in the front. Find the clasp. And then fully stand. You can do a nice little back bend if you want. I have a very sore shoulder, so I won't clasp today. And just take it right here. So I'm bending mostly through my upper back and not dropping my head all the way. Keeping my head still in line, my chin tucked a little to keep my the back of my neck very long. Exhale, take it straight up. This time, arms come straight down as we roll down our spine. So rolling all the way to the bottom. Hands can come to the mat. Arms can hang loose. You can tuck and hold on to the back of your calves. Whatever you want for a forward fold. Okay, hands to the mat right here. Stepping back into your plank. This time we're doing another side plank with a little addition. So inhale, pivot to the side of your left foot. Arm comes up for plank. Now you can stay here, or you could move the foot here, or the leg here, or here. So whatever works for your body. I'm keeping the neutral hips, so the left straight leg really works well. And then your next exhale, drop that foot. Come and find your plank before you go to the other side. So find a nice plank. Inhale, start the move. Exhale, push through your palm. And find whichever variation you would like. Next time you exhale, hands come back to the mat. Knees go wide. Take their forehead to the mat for a beautiful extended child's pose. Hands can rest nicely Your arms are in a diamond shape. Now bring your hands back under your shoulders. Take the leaves off your mat if you have them. All right, coming back to the tabletop position, curling the toes under. This time sitting back on your toes for a nice foot stretch. So grab the bottom of your toes and pull those toes forward, especially that pinky. You can stretch through the feet right here. Just take a moment to breathe, sending some breath down to the bottom of your feet to help them stretch, to help them expand. And then breathe in, arms out overhead. And exhale, coming a little forward. Ready to now tuck the toes and come down. I'm going to stay in a nice long body from my tailbone to the tips of my fingers, feeling a lot of core here. The arms really help to make this a big strength move. All right, sit your hips back. Arms are staying up. Okay, if it doesn't work for you to have them up, you can take them down. But if you can, put them there. Inhale, hips come up a little. And again, lowering the torso. Breathe. You got this. And then sending the hips back. Beautiful. Hands come to the mat, pushing back to downward facing dog. From your down dog, lift the left leg to the sky, step it through. And here we are again in a runner's lunge. All right, and lift the hands, take them back by your side. So airplane arms here. And just breathe. So I can rest on my thigh, but that's not what I want to do. I want to pull myself up and off so I can feel the strength that this move requires. Then take the hands to the mat. Take your back foot. Step it through a little. You come to a forward fold. So you can see your left foot is ahead of your right. And sweep all the way up and overhead. Exhale, hands come down. Now hands at the heart. Taking that right leg back. This time we're going to go through a warrior three. Bend the knee though all the way low. Balance. Breathe here. And then hands come to the mat as you step back. Now straighten through your front leg for a pyramid pose. Look at your feet. They should be on railroad tracks. And this is a great place for blocks. Mine are back there where they shouldn't be. The pyramid pose, getting your hips straight. Your left foot is to the front, so raising your left arm for a revolved pyramid or revolved triangle, right? That's what this really is. Then exhale, take it back to the mat. Step back. Your plank running through your vinyasa. I'm going to be very careful because of my shoulder, but if you're chaturanga-ing today, chaturanga away. Otherwise, hands come underneath, pushing up to a cobra or an up dog. And then take it down, back to downward facing dog. Take the other side, inhale. Right leg to the sky, exhale, stepping it through. Again, nice and low on the lunge. And then lift the hands, taking the chest or the belly off of the thigh. So you're getting that full strength experience right here. Can you bend further into that front leg? If the answer is no, that's okay. And now placing the hands in front, lifting. Back leg walks a little bit further in front of the right as you go into a forward fold. And inhale, arms come up. Beautiful. Exhale, hands come back down. Bend into that leg. And this time finding our low warrior three. So stepping that left foot back. Hands coming to prayer. Flexing through that back foot. Low warrior three. You can do this. You got it. The foot wants to touch down. Let the foot touch down. Or like me, if the hands come down, that's okay. And then your next exhale, hands come down, back foot plants. Straighten as much as you would like through the front leg for pyramid pose. I'm going to grab my blocks, because this is much better for me here. Okay, here we are in pyramid. This time, with your left leg in front, your right hand is palm or planted. Your left arm comes to the sky, opening up for reverse triangle or reverse pyramid, however you'd like to put it. And then hands come back to the mat, coming to plank. This time inhaling your left leg up, exhale, knee to nose, straight out again, exhale, knee to nose. This time take everything back to one-legged or three-legged dog, right? I always want to call that one-legged dog. And then back to plank, other side. Breathe in, right arm or right leg goes up. Exhale, knee to chest. There we go. Again, exhale, knee to nose. And then send it back to three-legged dog. There you go, beautiful. And then drop the leg. Very nice. Breathing in, hovering again. Exhale. There you go, you got this. And then take the hips back up. Good job. Good job. We're doing a great job. So inhale, left leg up. Exhale, it comes straight under through. So it's almost like pigeon, where you're not turning your leg out, right? You're resting on the front of your shin right there. Back knee can drop. Find some balance. See if you can raise your arms to the sky right here. Breathe through this. And when you exhale, taking your forearms to the mat, coming up on your knee, raise the back leg. You may have to adjust like I just did. And then raise that front foot. And you can take the legs as high as you want or as low as you want. And then take them back down, pushing up to that, I call this the Sphinx pigeon, right? Pushing back to plank. And take it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale again. Sphinx pigeon, here we are. I'm sure there's a name for this. Maybe parallel pigeon, but I like Sphinx pigeon better. So finding your spot. Again, can you Lift your arms and find your back bend. A little bit, just a little on the back. Bring those front ribs together though. Soft shoulders. And as you exhale, forearms again to the mat, lifting the back leg, and then lifting the other foot as well, if you would. And I am moving forward off of my mat. You take it as high as you want on both legs. And then exhale back to our pigeon sphinx. And the knees come together for hero's pose. We are nice and tall in our body. Breathe in. Up we go. If you'd like to move toward a half camel, you can have a block, your feet curled under, or your feet flat, whichever you would like. Reaching one arm back and arching. Now try to keep your hips over your knees. Just the reason we're doing this when we're looking for alignment is not just about safety, but about, for me, it's finding where we can use our muscles the most, right? Being efficient. Having to push those hips forward is a lot more muscle. So that's why we are doing this. We're not looking for the shape. Then exhale. I'm going to try the other side. Again, you can use a block, or if your ankle is within reach, excuse me, you can try your ankle. Breathe. Now your toes can be turned under or your feet can be flat. And again, back up to the neutral. And with my shoulder, I am definitely using blocks here. You can take them both back and fall back into a nice camel. So my focus here really is my fingertips facing forward, if I can do it, or I'm going to turn them all the way around. And my hips staying over my knees. So think about your inner thighs moving toward each other. Long back here. And then exhale. Beautiful. Come down. Child's pose. Letting that back rest. Finding length in your sacrum. Breathe here. Soft. And back to all fours. And move my blocks out of the way here. As we sit back, crossing the legs right here. Sitting back as we move to in one motion, right? We have our cross legs. Move to boat. I prefer my boat to be right here. You can have your toes on the ground. You can be here, or you can be all the way up. For me, I find that when I straighten my legs, it engages my thighs so much that I forget where my core is, or I can't put my core on my back. So this is a much better position for me. So remember, the whole point of this is the back. So if you are rounding, put your toes on the ground. I do it this way a lot because I can lean back and really find my core and find my back talking to me in a really good way. Such a strengthening pose. Okay, can you move your head from side to side so you're not holding all the tension in your neck? Exhale. Stop sitting it up. This time taking it back. Let's just do one leg. You can open. If your right leg is up, your leg can be here, by the way. You can open your, if your left leg is up, you can open your left arm. Again, the whole thing is my back. So if my back is straight here, staying here. It's here, wherever it is for you. Breathe. Long spine, long spine. You can do it. Inhale, foot comes to the mat. Arms overhead on your exhale. Other side. So twisting to your right. Again, it's all in that back. You should feel it working right now. Inhale. Take it to the front. Good job. Stretch those legs out. Let's find the sits bones. Just a soft Paschimottanasana. Something where you're just opening that back a little, not forcing anything. Just soft. And then breathing the arms up and overhead. Inhale, left leg up, crossing over the right. Could be at the calf, could be at the thigh. You can stay here for our twist, or if you'd like, you can bend your right leg in under, it's not under your seat, but it's very close. Stay outside of your hips. So you can bring them both together like this if this works for your body. Otherwise, this is a beautiful twist, right? So inhaling it up, exhale, twisting over your right leg. Now you can hug the leg in or rest the elbow on the side of your thigh. The twist comes from the ribs and not from the hips. So think of moving that left hip back a little. And then inhale, arms come straight overhead, and we will switch. So now the left leg comes to the side of the right. And if you want to bend your other leg in for the other cross leg of the seat, inhale, long spine, exhale, twisting to the left. That crunches the mic, I'm sorry. Again, where's your long back? And remember, you're not twisting with this arm. You're twisting with your ribs. Beautiful, beautiful. Breathe in. Arms up. Legs straight again. Forward folding this time a little bit more in our Paschimottanasana. So finding the sits bones, you can move the seat a little bit to do that. Flexing through the feet, engage your quads. And then leaning forward, tipping. So basically tipping your pelvis, tipping your hips forward. Hands can rest on your feet. You could hold your big toe. They can be right here on your legs, or if you have blocks, you can rest them on a block, whatever works for you. The whole point here is that low back being long. It's not how close can you get to your toes or how far can you get your head down to your legs. My head does not touch my legs, right? This is all about the low back and then engaging through those quads. And then all the way back up to seated. This time, like we started, inhale, over to your left side. Little side stretch. Push your right hip into the mat. So you're stretching and you're not taking your hip with you, right? And exhale, back to center. Breathe in here. And then exhale back to your other side. And breathe in back to center. This time, scooting down to your back. Yay, right? Who doesn't love that part of the class? Everybody wants to hear that from their instructor. Let's try a little bridge before we go into our Shavasana. So breathe in, lifting the hips. Right now, palms are flat on the floor, forearms are flat. We're just lifting. And a lot of people can make this beautiful round bridge shape. I cannot. I'm going to push through my upper back though, and I'm going to roll my shoulders underneath. So you can roll, keep your hands flat right here, or if you prefer clasping, you can clasp. But it's really about the upper back, not the lower back, because our lower back wants to do it all, right? Upper back, squeeze your inner thighs toward each other. Now relax your neck, tuck in that chin a little, and breathe. And exhale, take it down to the mat. Stretch your legs out long if you like, however you like to do your Shavasana. Like your hands above your head, if you like your knees kind of knocking in toward each other. Whatever works for you. A little pro tip here is if your low back is at all tight, bending your knees will help your sacrum move to the ground. So if you want to stay in Shavasana like this, you'll feel more of your sacrum on the ground, or you can roll a blanket under your knees when your legs are straight, whichever one. You'll feel yourself melting into your mat. There's nothing you need to do. We're letting go of what happened before you started practicing today, and letting go of what might happen after you get up off your mat. All that matters right now is this moment, being present with yourself. And feel your back body moving toward the mat. Your neck is relaxing, your jaw is soft. And feel the back of your head melting like an ice cube. And I'll give you a minute here for Shavasana. Just relax into your breath and into your body. Now bring your attention to your breath, coming into your belly. Up through your lungs, through your throat, all the way out of your body. And as it comes in again, feel it in the bottom of your feet. Bringing energy down and then back up out through your entire body. And then this last time, feel that breath into your fingertips. And feel the path of energy it takes as it leaves your fingertips, up your arm, and out your body. When you're ready, you can push yourself over to the side, right? And then up to a seated position. When you're ready, take your time. And keeping our alignment, keeping our neutral pelvis here. Coming up to hero's pose. Feeling that feeling of being our own hero by coming to our mat today. Take your palms to heart center. Feel that connection of your hands, creating that circuit of energy all the way through your body with your heart. And then take your hands to your third eye, the center of knowledge, consciousness, and thank yourself for honoring your soul by getting on your mat and taking care of your body. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this helps, and I hope to see you again.